All right, first off, let's look at Adam's invention up here. All right, so crystallizing. Crystallizing basically is a triangulation between three inner orientations or three inner activities. The first one has to do with reconnecting with the moment of presencing that maybe you have experienced, particularly throughout the journaling or throughout another experience, maybe it was your coaching circle, where you started to connect to your inner, deeper inner sources of knowing. And you can almost imagine it as if that's like the source of light that you started to connect with, the crystallizing during the presencing. And the crystallizing, it's really about beginning to focus that light, beginning to focus on what really your sense of purpose is, where you want to make a difference. And that's kind of where this light becomes more focused on the canvas of crystallizing that we are working on this week. That's the first activity. The second one is going back to the systems thinking part of our journey, which really is about the global phenomenon of collectively creating results that no one wants. And our work in the u.lab is to, by turning the camera around, to begin to see our own part of contributing to these unintended results. Which really means to begin to see the leverage point that we can have and that we can engage with in our journey forward around the prototype. That's the second one. And the third one is something that has to do with engaging with the concrete particulars of our sensing activities, of our connections that we have in the coaching circle, that allows us to connect to the deeper source of creativity. And I want to read you a quote that in this book, Theory U, I have put on page 170, where I interviewed and talked with an artist and management consultant from Denmark. His name is Erik Lemke. And I asked him to describe the essence of his work as a sculptor. So he's both a management consultant and a sculptor. And here's how he described his work. After having worked with a particular sculpture for some time, he says, there comes a certain moment when things are changing. When this moment of change comes, it is no longer me alone who's creating. I feel connected to something far deeper, and my hands are co-creating with this power. At the same time, I feel that I'm being filled with love and care as my perception is widening. I sense things in another way. It is a love for the world and for what is coming. I then intuitively know what I must do. My hands know if I must add or remove something. My hands know how the form should manifest. In one way, it is easy to create with this guidance. In those moments, I have a strong feeling of gratitude and humility. So what he really describes here is that the essence of the creative process is really very intimately connected with the essence of presencing. And it's about connecting with that source of co-creative flow where we become part of a process that isn't just me, but where more precisely something begins to work through me, kind of that is related to our larger social field, and for the larger field of possibilities that we can sense around us, and that maybe throughout the first part of your u.lab journey you have engaged with every now and then. So what we try to do in the crystallizing is to engage with these three inner orientations, these three practices, and link them together in a way that the blank canvas, which is the intention that we are holding and that we want to be a part of in our journey forward, begins to more and more crystallize and clarify.